And thanks for joining us for another edition of Weekend Winners. We go harness racing at Albion Park on Saturday night. 11 races, and as a result, it's a fairly early start as well, just after 5 o'clock. Couple of key races. Race 4, Hot and Treacherous starts again after his first up effort last week. And then a couple of interesting stand-start races. One for the open class pacers and the trotters as well. So all in all, it's a really good card of racing in front of us this weekend. In this edition of Weekend Winners, I'm going to chat with Nathan Dawson and Shane Graham. Number one driver in Queensland is in the hot seat to go through his drives on Saturday night. Nathan Dawson, appreciate the time.
Good to be on, Chris.
An early scratching from race 1 for you, Storm Tide. So let's go to race 2, Datitude. You're in good form, but I'm tipping this is going to be a little bit of a test.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky draw, and he's probably not the easiest horses to drive. He can do things wrong into that first corner, so get round safe's the main thing, and then hope for a bit of luck.
All right, correct me if I'm wrong. You do have winning form behind this horse, though.
I could do. I don't really remember. I drive that many. I'm not really sure. If I was, it's a long time ago.
Okay, well, it's a tick. I'm going to say yes. He has been back to the trials, and he's trialled well. So does that give you some sort of confidence here?
Yeah, I mean, it's not his ability that's the problem. It's more his manners. So if you can do everything right, and get some luck, he's not out of it.
Okay, well, that's race 2, number 4, Datitude. Race 3, Regulus is your drive here. You know this guy really well. He comes into this race as a last start winner, but he's up against Kanye Crusader, who you drove to victory on Tuesday. How does he sort of measure up here, Regulus?
Yeah, he's going really well. Even Ben Battle won on him last week, so he's in good form. But it's a bit of a tough ask on Saturday night.
How does it play out at the start? Miss Mucho has gate speed drawn 1, who raced against Kanye Crusader, and he's on your outside. So how does it play out going into that first turn?
Yeah, we're not really the bravest of horses. Speed's our main thing, so we'll just try and hold a main spot there and, hope for a bit of luck in the finish. The
2 horses I just mentioned, are they the toughest to beat, Miss Mucho and Kanye Crusader?
Yeah, I think so. Kanye Crusader's going well, and Miss Mucho wasn't far away from him the other day, so, she's got the good draw and get the good trip again. So.
Okay. Well, he's chasing 4 straight, Kanye Crusader. Did he surprise you in any way, shape or form there on Tuesday?
I had to do a bit early, but then I was able to back it off to, how I wanted, so. It was still good, but I thought when I got that easy bit through the middle, he should take some beating.
All right, race 4, key runner at the meeting is Hot and Treacherous. Now, he was first up in basically 5 months there last week. You had to go up against Turn It Up, who was able to zip across and lead, and then he dropped a sub-27 quarter on the way home. What sort of mark did you give Hot and Treacherous last week?
Yeah, no, I thought he was really good. He's probably a little bit outgrade there, but he's got to race them soon enough, so. He's sitting outside the best ones in Queensland, and he wasn't far away, so I'm sure he'll improve from a run like that and be, pretty good this week.
You'd have to be a harsh marker to rate him poorly on that, given the fact that he was first up off a fairly lengthy break, and you're outside the reigning Queensland aged horse of the year, who can run brilliant sectionals like he showed, so you can't be too critical.
No, that's right, Everyone had big hypes on him, but, I thought his run was very good. So, not often do too many horses sit outside, Turn It Up and, finish that close.
Is it a good sign that he's on a 7-day backup?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be good for him. He's quite a big, gross horse, so, the run like that should do him well.
Okay, what are the early thoughts? Do you stay on the peg line or do you try and work off immediately?
Oh, it's a bit tricky. I hate leaving 8 from, any draw or any trip. So, but when you got a horse like this, who's probably, one of the better ones in the race, sometimes you have to.
Okay, well, as we know, he's gearing up towards those features during the Constellations in July, maybe even June as well. If he was able to get the victory here on Saturday night, it'd be a great thing for his confidence?
Yeah, it would. It'd be good. And, even just to get that first win over here in Australia. So, hopefully he can get the job done, and then we can aim up for some of the better races.
All right, key horse there, Hot and Treacherous. Race 5, Young Conqueror, drawn gate 3. This looks really open on paper, so how do you assess his chances?
Yeah, he's going, well without being impressive of late. So, as you said, it's an open race, and probably the horse, who gets the best trip in the race will probably be the one who gets the money.
Can he leave the gate here on Saturday night from 3?
Yeah, he can. He gets out all right. But we don't want to be doing too much work early.
Okay, but if he gets any sort of luck, he should be competitive?
Yeah, I would expect him to be. On his right night, he's been more than competitive in this.
Okay. Race 6, our Bondi Beach, another horse that you know really well. Drawn the inside of the second row, that's not a bad spot in this lineup.
No, not at all. It's probably the perfect spot for him. On the fence, following him along. He's been probably a little bit below par of late, but he's a type of horse that, when he gets the right run, he pops up.
Okay, the key horse in this race resuming, Slip the Hundy. There's every chance there's going to be a good tempo in this race.
Yeah, it trialled very well the other day, and it's obviously proven itself. So likes to roll along, so hopefully it's a genuine tempo.
All right. Race number 7, this race for the mares. Betty's Lass, aiming for 3 straight. Can she achieve that?
Yeah, she's going well. She's probably going a little bit better than I thought the last couple. So, she's stepping up again this week, but, she's in form, and generally when the mares find form, they stick to it for a while.
This is harder, though, than what she's been meeting.
Yeah, it is. As I said, she's stepping up, but no better form than winning form.
Yeah, absolutely. Not many trainers can say they've improved one of Jason Grimson, but Sean and Michelle Grimsey have done that with this mare.
Yeah, no, he has. He does a good job with these horses, and I'm sure if you ask him, give himself a bit of a tick.
She looks terrific. In all seriousness, though, she's very healthy and she's happy, obviously, at the moment.
Yeah, she is. He never turns out a horse that looks bad. He's probably the ones who has the best looking horses, at the track. So, he's always got them ready and, fit and healthy, and that's the most important thing with horses.
All right, well, that's Betty's Lass. Your final drive on Saturday night, race 8, number 10, Auntie Bella. Chris Frisby back in town. This mare trialled really well on Monday. Trialled against Black Sedans, beaten a very slender margin. What are you expecting here from the outside of the second row?
Yeah, as we know, she's a nice mare, and, she's first up, but she had that good trial there on Monday. So, it's a bit of a disappointing draw for her, but she's well up to it.
Okay, Scarlet Babe returned to winning form last week. Swedish Starlet drawn the second row with you. Are they the toughest to beat?
Yeah, I think probably Scarlet Babe's the toughest one to beat. She's found some good form again, and once she does that, they generally stick to it again.
All right, but you're confident that she'll race well, Auntie Bella?
What was that?
You're confident she'll race well?
Yeah, I'm confident she'll race well.
Okay, so out of your drives then on Saturday night, there's a few there to look forward to, but which one is the obvious?
I'd say Hot and Treacherous. He's a nice horse, and with any luck, he should be in the finish.
All right, excellent stuff. Really appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Good to be on.
Shane Graham slides into the hot seat to go through his book of drives on Saturday night. And he's got some key chances as well. Shane, appreciate the time.
No worries, Chris.
Race 1, number 2, Go Lightly. He's going well. He's thereabouts. Gate 2, do you have the speed to lead?
Yeah, look, he's got good gate speed. Sort of haven't really opened him up for a while, but I think Saturday night we might have to.
Okay, the Hummer's drawn in Gate 1, a winner last week. Always difficult when you're side by side, but you're fairly confident that you do have the speed to lead?
Yeah, he is pretty quick, this horse, when you sort of light him up from the get-go. So even side by side, it is a little harder, but I think he should be nippy enough.
Geez, if he's in front, he'll be hard to catch because his recent efforts have been good.
Yeah, that's right. Like he sort of 2 out of his last 3, he's death seated, and I wouldn't think he's a genuine death seater. So if he did find the front end, I'm sure he'd run a very cheeky race.
Okay, that's race 1, number 2, Go Lightly. Race 2, Mossdale Mac. Where are we at with Mossdale Mac?
Yeah, look, he's probably been very up and down since he's been over here, but I actually think last week he was very, very good for how he had been going, so hopefully we're on the right track, but look, if he probably just needs the right trip and a little bit of luck go his way.
Okay, most punters are finding him frustrating. You as the trainer, is he frustrating?
Yeah, he is a frustrating horse. He probably should have won a few more by now. He won a couple in a row and I thought we're on the right track, but just with bad barrier draws and not a lot of luck in running, he's sort of gone off his form, but I think the horse is going well.
Okay, is he a better leader or chaser?
Look, he's led both times he's in front, but I would think he's okay from behind.
Okay, and do you think he's better at the mile or the 2100?
I don't think it really worries him, you know, on distance. I just think if he just needs a genuine run race when he is from behind.
Okay, well, that's Mossdale Mac in race 2. Race 3, you've picked up the drive on Jendon Strike. We know this mare well. She's a proven feature race winner at Albion Park. She backs up from a trial on Monday, and she performed well. 2 off the second row here. This looks, you know, a good race for her.
Yeah, that's right. It's probably a good trail and draw for her. It just depends how close she can get to the action, but you know, Chris always goes well when he comes up here, so hopefully this is no different.
When you look at it, she's clearly the class runner of this field too.
Yeah, that's right. You know, she's probably, yeah, it's probably a drop back in grade for her maybe from what she's normally racing, so yeah, she should go well.
Main dangers off the front there, Miss Mucho, Kanye Crusader, they loom as the obvious horses to beat?
Yeah, there should be a bit of speed there, like especially over the short trips, so no doubt they'll both go hard.
Okay, well, that's Jendon Strike there in race 3. What about race 4? This guy's going okay. This is a pretty hot field, this one, but Lyrical Genius, even last week, he was more than okay.
Yeah, that's right. He, you know, he's probably his last 2 or 3 runs, he's gone terrific, but he's had sort of from not the best of draws. Like, he needs everything go his way. So I think Saturday night's another tough one, but ability-wise, he's up to him, but he just needs everything his way.
Do you just grab up at the start and go back?
Oh, look, you've probably got to just see what happens early for the first 50, but yeah, you can always go back after that.
Yeah, it's not a genuine free-for-all, but it's a pretty tidy lineup, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's very hard, you know, but that's a grade he's in, and that's what we've got to race.
Okay. Race number 5, Can't Bluff You. He's OD, so he's got to overcome the outside of the second row. How do you think he's going right now?
Yeah, look, he's probably, you know, I think he's going as good as ever, but just luck in running's not really going his way. 2 starts ago he was good. Last week he made a bit of an error at the start, but he's the same sort of horse. If he gets a good trip, he's always thereabouts.
It's not the strongest quality, is it?
No, that's right, you know, but sometimes they're the hardest ones to win.
Fair enough. Race 6, I'm Feeling Fiery. He's got gate 2. You've got Slip the Hundy, likely favourite on your immediate outside. Cheetah Lodge drawn barrier 1. Can he lead here?
Look, we'll be trying to. He pulls too hard otherwise, so I just sort of let him go for the first bit and work it out after that.
Okay, so if you're able to get across Cheetah Lodge and Slip the Hundy comes calling, do you sort of look at handing over, or it just depends on pressure?
Oh, look, you know, I'd be probably happy to hand over, but just all depends how hard he's pulling. Like, he gets pretty fierce and that, but like Slipper Hundy, he's a very, very nice horse, and you know, he's going to win more races than that one on Saturday night.
Okay. Race number 7, this race for the mares, Red Trick. She's been good since finding her way north, finding her way to your stable. Good win last time out. She's got gate 7 here Saturday night. How do you assess her chances?
Yeah, she's going very well. Probably she hasn't put in one bad run yet, and she's drawn bad again on Saturday night, but she's a go-forward horse that makes her own luck, so at least we're off the front line.
How do you sort of grade this mare's quality compared to recent times? There's a few in here with good number form.
Yeah, that's right. No, I think it's still a tidy enough race. She's going to have to sort of put her best foot forward to be able to win it.
Okay. Overall, she's been a surprise packet for you?
Yeah, I'd think so. She come up, her form was quite good without being anything, you know, great, but she seems to have got better up here with the warmer weather, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and she loves to be either in front or up close to the speed. She likes being up handy.
Yeah, that's right. She gets a bit fierce, so you just sort of go with her and keep her happy, and she seems to be able to keep sort of going.
Okay, race 8 again for the mares. Open class mares here. Scarlet Babe, last start winner. What's the takeaway from last week? Is she back, or was that a race last week tailor-made for her in the end?
Yeah, look, it sort of probably was made for her with that quick quarters, but I think her closing half was probably, you know, it wasn't even like the last quarter was the slowest. I think it was still a 27 last quarter. So she, I've been pretty happy with her last probably 3 runs, but just things haven't been totally going her way. And the other night they ran it to suit and she was close enough. So yeah, look, I think she's going as good as she ever has. It's probably, you know, just she's in that grade where you just need things to go your way a bit.
So when she won last week and she let go of that big burst down the back straight and she safely held them over the concluding stages, Was it relief because she's been out of the winner's circle for a long time?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't actually realise it'd been that long until you announced it. So yeah, it was good to win another race with her, as she's yeah, it's been a long time. But I knew she was going well, but just yeah, just hadn't been able to knock one off.
Okay, big question here, gate 7. Do you light her up early, or are you going back?
Oh, I think, you know, like probably the main dangers are on the back line, so we've probably got to look to stay in front of them.
Okay, so Swedish Starlet, Auntie Bella, the main threats?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Race 9, LL Cool J steps out in the open class stand race. So under these conditions, he looks well placed.
Yeah, that's right. You know, he handles the stands, no worries, and his last 2 runs have been very good. So yeah, he'll be thereabouts.
Were you happy with the 10 metres allocated to him?
Yeah, I think he had to get that with the way that it was drawn on his band assessment. So 10 was good.
Okay, so looking at it, Redcliffe Cup, the first of our features, worth a bit of money this year as well. He's won a Redcliffe Cup previously. Is that a target?
Yeah, I think so. You know, like he's getting better each run. So hopefully by Redcliffe, he's probably back to where he was maybe 2 seasons ago. So that's definitely a target.
Okay, and just looking at your rivals here, it's difficult to sort of single one out. There's a few there with a little bit of luck can feature.
Oh, that's right, you know, and especially being a stand, like everyone's a bit new at it, so you don't know exactly what's going to step and what isn't. So it's definitely, you know, it's going to be a very open field.
Okay, race 10 for the 3-year-olds here, small but select field. Talk Like Motion, she's been able to go back to back. So, like Scarlet Babe, is she back at her best now?
Yeah, I think so. I think she's still got improvement in her. Each run she's got better, and you know, she'll need to do that for where she's headed. So yeah, I think she's still on the way up.
Looking at the local Q-bred fillies, Bronski Delight won earlier in the week. We've got Cheerleader, Talk Like Motion. Are they the main 3 up here, or is there something I'm missing?
If you're missing it, I'll be missing it. But I think that's about all. I think off the top of my head, yeah.
Okay, Jewel Melody still to come back, but at this stage, she's sort of aiming towards the Oaks features?
Yeah, I think that, I don't know exactly what Dad's sort of planned, but I think with her ability, that's where you've got to be looking at.
Okay, so she's drawn out in 6 on Saturday night. Are you just hoping for speed?
Oh, that'd be ideal, you know, especially drawn 6, you know. It's quite a good field, even though it's only a small field, it's a good field. So, you know, she's led and won her last 2, but I don't think she is better off her helmet. So, you know, the draw isn't, you know, it's a bit of a concern, but it's not the end of the world.
Okay, last race, Jack a Watch in the stand start trot. He's going well, and this looks fairly open. There's a few there that, you know, you can certainly push strong cases for, but he won't be out of it.
No, he won't be. He made a bit of an error. He's been getting away terrific, but last week he made a bit of an error, which wasn't sort of a bit uncharacteristic for him. But if he steps away good, he's always thereabouts. He's very consistent sort of trotter.
Okay, you've also got Gunning in that race. Can you split them?
Oh, probably not. Like Gunning, he was the other day when I missed. He copped a bit of a check in that, but only given him 2 starts and he's gone very good. So yeah, look, he's an RODS, so that's always a concern. But if he steps away, I think he's in with a good shot.
Okay, you've got a busy night there on Saturday night. Very busy night. Which one stands out at this early stage?
Oh, I don't think there's any real standouts as such, but you know, she's drawn wide. But I think Scarlett sort of. The way she went last week, she'll be one to watch again.
We just went through the whole program there. There's
yep.
a few races for you there on Saturday night. Hey, really appreciate the time. Best of luck, and we'll see you trackside.
No worries. Thanks, Chris.
As always, a big thanks to both Nathan and Shane, and we wish them all the very best of luck on Saturday night. Looking for a good thing at the program, I'm going to stick with Nathan Dawson. Hot and treacherous. Far from disappointing first up last week. Chasing home Turn It Up. This is a quantum drop back in grade for him on Saturday night. I know it's a sticky draw, the inside of the second row, but he's got too much class for this field. So race 4, number 8, Hot and Treacherous, marking him as the best bet, and looking forward to seeing him progress as those big races are just around the corner. 11 races on Saturday night. We'll see you trackside at Albion Park.